And when you go out today for a patrol, and you get an encounter, and you're killed. In journalism, you speak the truth firmly, then you invite danger. Well, of course, we'd want to protect you. But I cannot assign to every journalist who's crusading, doing his thing, and in return being killed. Bakit at the end of the question, kami yung kontrabida? Ask, what is his category? And you would know. Just look at the paper and you would know. Huwag na natin pag-usapan yan. You read the newspaper and the things they write about that you fellow human being. Minsan binababoy mo na. You forget in this country that in the revised penal code, there is the protection of life. At hindi pa yan nawala. Just because there is a free speech, free assembly. That is on paper. That is not emotion of a human being. What is written there is not the emotion of the person. Honor. Honor. Especially if it is false. Kagaya nung ginawa ng last election kayong taga-Davao. Makita ninyo yung basura, both in the network and the newspaper. See the garbage that Trillanes was pouring in and everybody, well, of course, it's money. We ask one, bakit ganon siya? And he answered, he's the executive, he's the top poncho. Negosyo kasi ito, kasi, putang inang kalukuhan. Is that the answer? Bakit naman sinubrahan ninyo? Alam mo, negosyo rin negosyo ito. So, you deal in a business that destroy the honor and the gano'n about it. Kaya ngayon, pag hiniya mo isang ang tao, tapos tanungin siya ng anak niya, ay magnanakaw ka pala. Papatayin ka talaga, sigurado yan. There will always be a reckoning one of these days. Because the Philippines until now considers honor and life on the same level. Huwag mo lang sabihin na, that's journalism, you suffer. Maghanap talaga yan ng... Kaya you go into an excess or you indulge in excesses, you'll get it. You will get it. And I am not encouraging people, ba lahat ng tao siraan mo, bababuyin mo. For example, sabihin mo, ay yung anak ni Duterte, si Sara, umalis ng Pilipinas kasi doon ng anak. O sabihin mo yung asawa niya, may dinadalang DI gabi-gabi. Ba ikaw, kung sabihin ko sa inyo, yung asawa mo ng aliwa, alam mo ba na wala ka na dito kaya sa probinsya, ginaganon ng asawa mo? How would you feel? Are you aware that your wife is committing adultery every time you are out of the town? Anong sabihin niya? How would you feel? No, sabihin nga, hindi mo ba alam ang asawa mo, puta na mamumuta pag wala ka? Kayong nagsusulat, okay yan. Because you have the luxury of whatever you want to write, whatever garbage that you want, in the name of public service, in the name of truth. That's bullshit. You go to a bank, tapos maghingi ka, like what Pala did. He was extorting money everywhere. And he would say, do not deposit in that bank because it's losing money. It's about to close. So everybody was paying him. And there was this confrontation by the KBP. There was this discussion about his behavior. What did he do? He went to that meeting at the Apabion carrying an Armalite. So, he was a journalist. He was threatening the broadcasters. You, media from Davao, should tell the media outside, gano'n nangyari. And is that journalism? We're about to, in the group of KBP, kapisanan ng broadcasters sa Pilipinas, it's a self-regulating body. And there was this discussion that day about censoring him. He went there with an Armalite and with a group of goons and threatened to kill people. And you say that is a hero. Putang ina. Anong klase? Kaya pagka ganon, no apologies. Bullshit. You wanted? Fine. If you do not accept it, so be it. And so, magprangkahan na tayo. It's better to tell the truth and agree on the truth rather than play bullshit with journalism. Lahat istasyon ng TV. Pera-pera yan. Sagutin ka, negosyo lang ito eh. So you sacrifice the truth because pera-pera lang ang negosyo ng mga TV networks. Kung, when they do it and they would say, well, tao lang kami. We're all human beings. Pag kabila, kami dito, kasi demonyo lang yan sila. Dapat talaga ma-expose. And to tell you that you sacrifice human dignity and truth for money, all of you, may mga newspaper, may mga... It's about time, just like the priests in this country, just like the bishop, the bullshit. Nothing is going right here. When they do it, it's good. When they ask, even aware of the separation of the church and state, you ask vehicles from the president and you get SUV. And when the excuse time comes and you say, it was for charity, a luxury car for charity, my dear bishops. Isa pa kayo mga putang ina. What a hypocrite society. When you fondle us when we were young, going into confession, holding our breath, and asking us what are our sins, and you keep fondling us while we are pouring out our sins, then you pretend to be the righteous institution in this country. At kung mag-atake kayo, church, journalism, politicians, police, all. There's a veil of hypocrisy. Let us unveil it so that we can understand each other and live in a democracy that is run by truth and not by vested interest or people who pretend. It's the pretension dito eh. Tapos your advice, Mayor Duterte, if you are really a victim of abuse and the rest of your class, why don't you file a case? A stupid statement from, it happened when we were first years. That was in 1950s. To whom shall we file a case? Itong si Oka Cross, another idiotic bishop. Who do you suggest file a case? When will you file a case? That's acts of lasciviousness. It prescribes in about 5 years, 10 years. There's no more crime. What court shall hear it? The priest, he's in hell. Long time ago, he died. How much did they pay the offended parties? 25 million. And you still insist on hypocrisy. Huwag kayong bumoto because Duterte has many wives. How about you? You have families. A lot of bishops have families. I will not stop. And I can spend the whole 6 years of my presidency exposing you and attacking you. Bakit? Kayo lang ba? This is not a one-sided affair, by the way. There are politicians who would accept it and swallow it, not me. That is why I said, I can lose the presidency anytime. I can lose my life and honor anytime. That's what I said. I will not die if I will not become president. So, don't fuck with me. I'm willing to throw my last card. Hindi ako ganong ugali na politician like the Americans na napahiya na sa swallow and stick it down there for so many years. Yeah. I can even lose the privilege before inauguration. Do not give that, not dish out that bullshit in me. Kayo rin eh. Kayong mga journalist, alam niyo yan, nagbubulahan tayo. There are those who are really into the paid mouthpiece. They write about the brains of politicians as if they are not. Nako. Well, I can write. I can have my own website and attack you. All that I have to do is to make a research of your life and the life of your children and daughter, and I will just put it there. Ganon yan eh. You do that, and we will do it. Then start remembering in the past what you did. I will bring it out. Hindi ko kayo ginaganti. Hinahamon ko kayo. You do not have the public outcry. You think too much. You know, guys, you think too much of yourself. Just because you are in that honored role, their membership, they think that you can have your peace. Yeah. Alam mo ano, you want your cake and eat it too. That's the problem with some journalists in this country. Having one's cake and eating it. Okay, I'm through with my rantings. If you want more, I can talk about it. If worse comes to worse, then we'll have just to expose each other. Sige. Then I'll give you the name of persons that I have given money who are all journalists. Gusto ninyo? And not only money. Favor sometimes. Huwag ninyo akong ano niya kasi presidente vulnerable to attacks. So not me. Not me. Any question?
All right. For orderly proceedings, ladies and gentlemen, we have a list here of those we will ask to us specific questions.
I would answer anything about journalism, and I'll give you the truth. Go ahead.
We will give you only one question with a follow-up. First on the list, but before you ask your question, state your name for the record and the outlet that you represent. Number one is Rocky Ignacio of PTV4.
President-elect, good evening. Having said that, how do you intend, to maintain naman good relations with other journalists? Hindi naman po parang lahat ganon. And
well, I said that everybody, there are exceptions. The crusading and the true ones. Mm-hmm. Pero mayroon rin ditong mga journalists na inyo na nandyan pa, nagsusulat pa sa pag nandito, sabihin mo kay Mayor, ba't bala ka ng durian? Well, of course, it's pittance, but that's how it is. Now, hindi lahat. Kaya sinabi ko, I was very careful. There are those crusaders telling the truth and sacrificing the way they live in a simple life because they do not crave for the things that they do not have and cannot afford.
Pero Mr. President-elect, hindi ba na-compromise naman yung issue ng ng message mo dun sa mga talagang victims nung sa media killings?
Well, I said that was the reason. He must have been killed because he was a truthful guy, a crusader, or he was a mouthpiece of everybody, or else he was there into extortion activities. Karamihan dyan sa third, extortion activities. Kaya pinapatayan. I'm just telling you the terrain. It is not, and that is what I have learned. My father was governor here for the longest time, and I was small. I could hear what they were talking there. They were discussing. I was there during election time, and who was paid and who was not. I was there when my father discussed about the virtues in the likes of Chuck Nunez, Doresa. They were the journalists as a journalist. Meron yung iba, meron dito pinatay. At ako pa ang pinagbibintingan, okay, pala, walang pakialam dyan. Remember, you were there that night. I was the guest of Sunstar. Anybody from Sunstar? And we were there at night because sinabi ko, there was this guy who was crying because his father's name or the memory of his father was desecrated. And he was crying, and there were a lot of journalists there, broadcasters, about 4, one coming from the government station. And he was standing there beside us, and he was crying because he wanted to kill the guy because, I said, the idiot took the name of the father in vain, not knowing that the week before, the father died already. Kaya and I said, and I stood up and pulled him in one corner. There were stools in the bar. I said, sit down. And this is how life is being lived. You have to make some adjustments. It's a democratic society. At tapos, batay, ako pang pigbintangan. Why would I kill him? He made me popular. He made me mayor for almost 9 terms. So why would I kill him? He was making me popular because he was yakking, and people knew that he was a criminal. He was into extortion. True, at one time, I am the guy, I will never send anybody to kill you. There was an occasion that I could not really. I went to the casino, look for him with the gun, and the security said, "What do you want?" Nako, I want to kill Pala. Where is he? Pero kung sabihin mo mag-ambos-ambos, that's not my style. And everybody, taga Davao, naghamon talaga ako. I always challenge you to a gunfight. From the military, lahat na dito. May isang idiot rin na general dumaan dito. When he was General Matiliano, I challenge him to a gunfight. I always do that. I do not send goons and paid assassins. You know, I do it myself. I want to slap you in public, I will slap you in public. If I want to kick you in public, I will kick you in public. You have known me. Now that I'm the president now, you know me. Ganon talaga ako. Hindi ako nag-uutos ng bata. As a matter of fact, may gusto akong hamunin, I always say to my security, get out of this room. Tapos, if it's a policeman there, dalawa lang kami. Putang ina ka, bumunot ka. Let's check ka. Ganon ang style ko. Hindi ako I do not send people. Pero, are you true?
Mia Reyes.
I'm asking you if you are true. Not true to the story. Are you true to your commitments in life? You appear not to be the other way around.
Mia Reyes of TV5. Are you here?
Hi, Rocky.
Mia Reyes.
You're still beautiful, Rocky. Naabutan mo na lang ako dito, presidente na ako. Kasi inesnab mo yung pagkatao ko.
Mayor Reyes.
Your husband is here? We'll throw him to the sea. The back of this is the sea.
Ms. Reyes, your
Sir,
question,
good
please.
evening. Mia Reyes po from TV5. I'm about to ask another topic. Would it be okay, sir, on the cat call?
We are leaving now the journalistic
Okay, sir.
expedition.
Okay. May I
Not yet?
just
No,
may I get your reaction, sir? Because some media organization are urging some journalists to boycott your briefing, sir. Just your reaction on that, sir.
I do not want publicity, you know that. It would be good if you disappear and I'll just stick with Rocky Ignacio. I've known her since when? Well, during Marcos' time. He was pushing a microphone over my face. To my mouth. Ginanon ko, bakit mo pinapakain mo yung... Siya pa ang galit. Mag-boycott na kayo. As a matter of fact, I'm urging you, make this trip the last in Davao City. I do not care if there's nobody covering me. You know very well that before I ran for president, nobody knew me or knows my face. Why? You know, Manila guys, I hate giving interviews. That's why I would be content with a camera, a cell phone taking pictures of me when wag kayong pumunta, and that is make it the first time in the history of this republic. Do not cover me. Total, nandyan yung si Rocky sa Malacanang Press. We have our own. So I'll just tell the people that if you want to see the coverage, what's your, anong istasyon ninyo, Rocky? PTV4. Oh, everybody's listening. PTV4 na lang kayo makinig. I'm asking you guys, do not ever come back. And if I get to live the day when I become, if God would make me still alive, breathing here, I would only want to see a few. Tama na yan sa akin yung threatening. Sinasabi ko sa hindi talaga niya nakuha pala kayong magago kayo. I said, I am ready to lose the presidency. Now, or my honor, or my life, just do not fuck with me. Do not put into printed words. You review the tapes of what I said. Enough to us given as a foundation. And I was just said, most of the time, yung mga crusaders, yung first class, the number one category, they seldom die because their opinions are respected and they are righteous. The second one, yung mga publicists, the mouthpiece of some politicians or almost all of the politicians of it, medyo lang yan sila. But the third one, yung extortionists, the vultures of journalism, yan ang maraming namamatay. Kung tinamaan kayo niyan, if you are a vulture of journalism today, but that's not my problem, Now, if you are mad, I'm telling the networks, do not come here. I do not need you. Just go around and tell the people na this is the program of government and you would know it from your... And I would ask the cabinet to avoid you. If you want to say something, go to Rocky Ignacio. Rocky Ignacio, you come to me because I have something to say. Alam pa ako maghanap sa'yo dyan sa Malacanang. No. As a matter of fact, I'm challenging you guys. Kill journalism, stop journalism in this country. If you are worth your salt, you should accept the challenge. Pagka hindi, mababa na ang tingin ko sa inyo. Para kayong takot.